What's up, dudes and dudettes? I've had a little bit of an interesting couple of months going on. I thought you guys would like to hear my experience donating plasma at Biolife. It's something I had thought about doing a couple of times in the past when I was, in need of money or whatever. Basically, because of the pandemic, they have a shortage of plasma because people haven't been donating. They're trying to play catch up, so they were offering some really nice incentives. It was like $1,200 for 8 donations when I decided to do it. There were some other mitigating factors for me. Like, there was a TV show that I had done that was really taking a long time to pay me. It's been a couple of months, and it's supposed to only take a couple of weeks for a SAG project to pay you. I was like, well, I don't know how long they're really going to take to pay. And then I had booked a movie that kept rescheduling, and that was making me cancel all these comedy gigs. So I was like losing money left and right, and I'm like, well, maybe I might need it. So I went ahead and did it, and I was doing it with my roommate. I didn't end up needing the money because I ended up getting paid for the TV shows and such. So I haven't spent a penny of it. And I'm thinking about just saving it and keep doing it until I can buy something nice with it. Like, I don't know. There's something alluring to me about buying something literally with blood, sweat, and tears. So I'm thinking maybe get a really nice watch, like a Tudor or a Rolex with it, if I can stand getting stabbed in the arm that much. And now that I've done it and I have personal experience with it, I would share with you guys what my experience was donating plasma, all the ins and outs and so forth. First off, the one thing you're going to want to do is figure out where the closest location to you are. One thing I found out is you have to be within a certain range in order to donate. My roommate, I was running around rampantly trying to fit in the last day to get the same coupon I did, because he didn't go the first day I did, and he ran out of time and ended up getting a lesser coupon. I think his was like $900 or something, but they're back to doing the $1,200 again. If you have a friend like him who's donating as well, if one person refers the other, they get like $150 or $100. I ended up getting $100. Sometimes it runs as low as $50. The coupons change. If you have no one and you're looking, say I referred you. It's fine. You just need to know my name, which is Adam Murray, and the center I donate at, which is in Kennesaw, Georgia. So whomever it is you want to, say they referred you, they get money after you donate like 2 times, I think it is. Once you figure out where your center is, you need to figure out what your promotion is. And they say that certain centers take certain coupons, and really it depends on who you get behind the counter that day. That's been my experience at any rate. The vast majority of the time it works, just fine, but then sometimes it's kind of like going to McDonald's. You get that one person who's like, I don't know if I want to give you that many ketchup packets or whatever the fuck. Like, they think it's coming out of their pocket for some reason. And that's true there too. Like, you might get someone who's like, I don't know, I'm not going to put this coupon in for you. And that's the roll of the dice, man. Look up what the best starting coupon is. Right now it's like $1,200. It might be less, it might be more, whatever. Just look around. There's also Facebook groups you can get in that would list the best coupons going. Hunt for those. Once you get your coupon and you go to the center, understand that your first donation is going to take several hours. They say it'll only take 2. Mine took like 4 or 5. So bear that in mind when you're choosing your parking spot. Because, albeit my center at least wasn't in a terrible neighborhood, there are a lot of very indigent people who are doing this, for extra cash. And so you're going to be parking next to a lot of cars that are held together with duct tape, just keep that in mind. If you have a nicer car, maybe park a little farther away. Someone might want to know that, all right? Or maybe you're already driving a duct tape car. Well, who cares? When you go in there your first time, they're going to have to do a whole physical on you, which doesn't really amount to much. It's like you answer a bunch of questions and they check and see if you got good veins. That's basically it. Why it takes so long, I have no idea. They're a little disorganized, at least at my center. I've also come to find your experience during the whole thing is really going to depend on who you get. They're not really nurses, even though they look like nurses. They're all trained on site. There are some people I've met in there who have military medic backgrounds and stuff like that. That's ideal. That's amazing. But some people you get, it's going to be their first day or whatever, and they're going to jab you and they're going to stab you and they're going to mess up your arms. That happened to me once. That happened to my roommate once. You walk out of there with bandages on both arms and just like, oh my God, what happened? On my right arm, this one lady, they jabbed into the left and it immediately started to swell, so she had to pull it out. and then they had to go into the right arm, and it wasn't working quite properly, and she tried to say it was my fault. I later came to find, when I talked to a medic on set, they told me basically what happened is if they don't have the right technique, it can cause the vein to swell and aggravate, and then after they adjusted a few times, like I had phlebitis, I think they called it. I think she called it. But basically there was like a swelling in the vein, and you can't donate with that arm for a while when they do that. And that's basically just someone messing up. So keep that in mind when you're trying to plan out. They give you like 45 days to fit in 8 donations, which is, as long as you're averaging, 1 to 2 a week, shouldn't be a big deal. If you need to take a day off or a week off, don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. You'll still hit your 8. You can also add other coupons. I've got a couple of the coupons on there right now for like an extra 150 if I do X number of donations during a certain time, and another one that's like an extra 75 or 80 or whatever. But as you get multiple coupons on there, they get less and less willing to work with you on adding more. But again, like I said, each time you find someone at your center, that's gonna, it's gonna, who knows what their mood is that day. So, but overall, it's pretty profitable. I'll show you where I'm at. Like I said, I haven't spent a penny of it. I'm on donation number 7, I think. I've made $1,170 so far. That was my coupon there for $1,200. And you can see I've done 7 donations. There's this coupon for an extra 150, which you see I've done a bunch of those. And there's this coupon. So this one required me to donate several times before it would start giving me, extra money per donation. And that's how it works. I mean, you might have different centers near you. It might be CSL or some other company as opposed to Biolife, but this has been my experience. For the most part, it's been fine. Like, I just bring some noise canceling headphones, sit there on the machine for like an hour, and then I head out. The worst part is if you go during a busy time of day, you're gonna have to wait longer. I've come to find the trick going early in the morning. After lunchtime, when people get up and slowly start their day, that's when the center starts to get real busy. So if you can manage to get up at an early time, and it's even going to depend on when you can nab those early check-in spots, because you have to make an appointment in the app beforehand, and they're not always available. So let me know what you think. What should I spend the money on? I'm thinking a watch, maybe a Tudor or a Rolex. I think it'd be cool to buy something like that and just, literally blood, sweat, and tears. Oh! Another trick, it's worked for me so far, when they stick the needle in, look away. Like, just, get the surprise. Like, and the needle is huge. It is huge. It's like a coffee straw. Those little stirrers? It's massive when they put that thing in. So just be ready for that. That was a surprise I wasn't ready for. It's pretty big. But anyway, I hope you guys dug that. If you did, click the like buttons. Subscribe if you want to. And I'll catch you guys next video.
Love it.